Hi everyone, this is Eve inside 100 Christina Street for Local. We're here today with musicians Brittany Henderson and James Jenkins from Weird Neighbours. How you doing today, guys?
Very good.
Great, thanks.
Thank you.
So guys, we just kind of want to know, how did Weird Neighbours come about?
Well, it came about through just a genuine getting to know one another, and I was playing. We kind of went on a camping trip, and I brought my acoustic guitar with me. And did you have your acoustic bass?
I had my acoustic bass with me.
Yeah, and we sat on the edge of Lake Erie, and I just belted everything out to the lake. But I was playing my own stuff at that moment, so it was like, do I want him to hear all these lyrics of my spirit? So really, I was just sort of like giving him a melody and then showing him that I could play. And from there, we started creating melody together, and then just putting words forth from there. But it's really grown since then too. A whole new method of writing has evolved from that.
Wonderful. Mm-hmm. Now you started out as a trained vocalist, and you have a musical theater background.
Yeah.
So do you take that into your work as of now? Has that sort of been brought into it?
Absolutely. When you're singing certain things in a certain context, or there's a mood or a feeling that you can put forward with an effects pedal, it's really important to evoke that kind of feeling or that emotion. But also, when you're evoking something really strong and dark, that's really important to bounce back and show like the fun tunes. You know, it's a good time too. So.
Wonderful. And you have more like a jazz background, and you used to play the saxophone, is that correct?
Right.
So how does that kind of been brought into when creating this type of music?
Well, I started university on a jazz scholarship. That was my way in. You know, some people get into university with sports, and so I studied jazz improvisation and classical music. But I think in playing rock, you try to hide that as much as possible. So that's part of it. So it helps me through the process and map everything out, but really I think we're trying to evoke more emotion and things like that. So it's definitely, I think we approach the music from two different directions, and we come up with something really unique, and I think that's something that speaks to people.
Incredible. Now there's another member that couldn't be here today, Ian Alexander. So how has he kind of brought the trio together?
Monumentally. Actually, before Ian, I found that vocally I was really sort of whispering things at the microphone and trying not to move too quickly or anything. Ian has this energy that just drives it like crazy, and I actually get to sing, like get it really out there, and there's something really cleansing about, if you have any kind of frustration, to clear the air from that depth of your stomach to push it out like that. So Ian gives me all of those abilities, and then with relation to his talent, his rhythm, sense of rhythm is bang on. I mean, you can say a genre to him, and then he's kind of like, well, and then he kind of has like 3 different things to work with, and we have to piece it together from there.
Terrific.
Yeah.
So as of recent, I heard you guys are going to be releasing an EP soon. What do we expect from that?
Well, the EP is it's extended play, so it's a little bit shorter than an album, but we're going to have 5 songs. So far we've only released singles, so this will be more of a way for people to get a picture of our overall sound, so they'll be able to hear a composition. So we're recording these songs as a complete package that you sit down and listen to, and so we're hoping it'll be available for download, or you can purchase a physical CD, and it'll be it's our next step, I guess, in creating compositions for people to sit down and listen to on their own.
Yeah, I think with that, we've had a lot of time in the studio layering the guitar. Usually when I play live, I'm using an effect with 2 amps, so I'm using one really clean sound on my guitar, and then a little bit of a delay, and then some other sounds that we're even experimenting with now. Being in the recording studio gave me a love, or a sense of love, for more distortion, so we've actually included that more into our live performance coming up, as well as it's really comes in and out in the EP. There's some songs that are really, I find the lyrics, to me, they mean so many different things, and I wonder how people are going to relate to it. That's
That's really exciting to see that and have that come about. So how did you guys get drawn into that whole event and as the headliner for this amazing event?
Well, we were approached by Melissa, who's a longtime friend, and I think, well, we originally met through the art community and the theater community and music here in Sarnia, so we're pretty close-knit here downtown. So, you know, we're really honored and thankful that Melissa asked us to play, so we said of course, and we're really excited that so many local artists and performers are coming together for the event.
Mm-hmm. I've also seen a really successful night happen at 100 Christina Street. It was just like shoulder-to-shoulder people. They were involved with Melissa's photography at the time. So I expect that it's going to be, you know, a really thriving environment, especially with it being lined up right for Art Walk.